Okay, so I'm Prince, and since school just started back, I wanted to make a video about the weirdest. It's probably the weirdest year that I was in school, which would have been the third grade, because everything is just really messed up. What's wrong? I don't know. Anyway, so I had this teacher named Shawith something, sound like a lisp every time you said her name. It was like SCHWARTH something. She was the devil. Like, I would always do stuff wrong, and she would be like, look at his work, this is what you don't do. And it's like, God, that's like, I'm third grade, how old am I? Like, math wasn't a strong suit. I could have failed that year because of math. Anyway, first they had this girl named Lindsay, and she was best friend with Ashlyn at the time. And so we were sitting in the hall casually. Then this girl Madeline was looking at me because I had a crush on her. Her name was like Madison Geetra. I don't know why, because I don't even like her now. She's really ugly. And I was like staring at her, and then she looked at me. Then I put a newspaper up. Then she was staring at me. Then I looked at her, and then I put a newspaper up. And it was just really weird. It was like a pre-verse type thing. And there's Lindsay and Ashton just sitting on the side of me. And I go to look at them, and they was like this, sitting like this. So then they turn and they look at each other at the same time, and then they kiss. And then you can guess what that started for the whole rest of the year. Then the teacher publicly made them announce that they were sorry to each other. And I was like, stuff done got real up in here. It was crazy. And so then it was all about like boyfriend, girlfriend. Like Lindsay was dating Colton, and then Colton was dating Madeline, which made Lindsay mad because Ashlyn wasn't on with it. And then Derek was dating the other Lindsay, Lindsay A, not Lindsay P. Lindsay P's the one that kissed Ashlyn. And it was just so much. Like, why y'all need a girlfriend when y'all 9 or 10 years old? I don't even know how old I was back then. But I was just chill. I was just there, you know, being an example of what not to do and stuff. And then we had this teacher named Miss Larsler, and the substitute didn't like her. Like, the substitute legitimately did not like her, and she would call her like Miss Lizard. And then she even said like it's because she's a snake. And I was just dead laughing. Like, when you're young, you don't know what that means. But now that I'm older and thinking about it, it's like she was a savage. Anyway, she was our math teacher, and she would do like this cheerleading thing where she's like, and she would like turn around 3 times because she like Drew Brees. Something like that, like when we got a question right. It wasn't really worth it. Anyway. And then like the 100th day of school, she did a cartwheel. It was like the most suckiest cartwheel you had ever seen in your life. Like, we done answered 45 questions just to see you do crap. Like, really? And what else? We had this boy named Connor from Shreveport, Louisiana. And anybody from Shreveport, Louisiana is just weird. That's not discrimination. Anyway, he like transferred in the middle of the school year, so he was just very weird from the start. Like, first he choked my best friend, so I was like, I don't like you already. Then he go call me a stripper when I'm doing math homework, just out of the blue, like, you're a stripper, you look like. And I'm thinking like, what is a stripper? Because I mean, I was raised in a Christian home. I ain't know what that was. I was 10. Now we have TV done corrupted everybody. And so the teacher comes in, and he's standing on his desk, and I'm just like, she just walks to her desk and sits down while he's standing on his desk. And it's like, do you not see this? But I'm the like example person. Like, my God. She was the most horrible teacher. This was at Lakeside Primary, and like it just flooded because I live in Louisiana. It just flooded a couple of days ago, and Lakeside went underwater. I wish that teacher would have drowned. Just kidding. I don't wish harm on anybody. Just 97% of the world. And so, food was pretty good. I'm not gonna say it was like the most excellent. Cafeteria food just can't be like McDonald's. But it was like, the food was always greasy. And then I used to have this weird mustard fetish where I would like take my corn dog stick, I would spray mustard, and then I would just rub it against my teeth. I don't know what that did, and it was probably really nasty. Plus, back then, I had like a huge curly afro, because I was born with curly hair and tried to straighten it, but it didn't work. So, that's part of it. And, cafeteria lady was always mean. She was just really Miss Sherbert, something like that. And then we had like Miss Peace, the guidance counselor, and she was so ghetto, it just wasn't even funny. But she was, I loved her. And then the fights at school, somebody was always punching somebody. It's like little kids shouldn't have this much rage. Where is this coming from? Who are your parents? Do they fight like this? Child services, come take this kid, escort him out his home or something, put him up for adoption, because he don't need to be living like this. And I was probably the best. Oh, and then it was like Santa picture day. I was not sitting on Santa's lap. Like, I'm not just gonna go and sit on some ugly old man for no reason. Like, but I wasn't doing it. And there was Ryan. Oh yeah, like this is the longest I ever laughed. It was like for 7 minutes straight. He was like, do you want to play the trash game? And I was like, what's the trash game? He's like, where you pick up trash. And I just bawled laughing. Like, that was so funny. But in recess we used to we used to have these big old things where you would have to like, it was like a huge platform, and it was like way up in the air, like probably as tall as the ceiling. And this boy fell off one day, and he just landed on the dirt. Anyway, before my phone rudely just reached its minimum recording time. Okay, so I was saying they had these huge, like, platforms, and you would, like, go across from them. But this boy just went, like, on his back, and we had to, like, call, like, the nurse and the doctors and the ambulance. But I was steady laughing. Like, you don't know how funny this was in, like, a boring school. Like, this school could have been Catholic, because ain't no religion. No. Sadists, help me. Anyway, so that, and then at recess there was always a fight. Like I already said, there was fights, but there was always a fight at recess. Like, you could grab you a snack and watch for hours. Recess was like, it felt like it was like 10 minutes, but I think it was actually 45 or 30. I don't know, 7 hours of school was just, it hurts. Like, that was my primary school? I don't know, 3rd grade. This was 3rd grade. This was all in 3rd grade. 3rd grade was just weird. Not to mention, they was trying to teach us, like, evolution, like, I am a child of God. But, this is my channel. You should subscribe. I got a better lighting place. It's just the window. It's so great. But, I'm Prince and Kingsley. Goodbye.